Why is a girl's ghost trying to take her sister to the other world? Don't miss out. The psychics will reveal a gruesome murder and a horrifying family secret. You are watching Psychic Investigations, a channel of exclusively true and shocking stories where people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate shocking mystical anomalies and high-profile criminal cases. On September 23, 2017, Kayal Alekperov called our editorial office, sounding highly concerned.
I need to find a murdered girl.
What?
I had a vision of a dead girl of about 10 years old walking through a clearing in the woods, and a fox was running beside her. The girl approached something that looked like a pit or grave and said, "Save Veronica." And I noticed that her body was all covered in wounds. Somebody had murdered her.
Could she be asking to save another girl from her murderer? To help you, we need more information.
The girl said her name was Diana. And I had this vision this morning.
Our journalists urgently began searching based on the information they received from the psychic. But it yielded no results. However, just 2 days later, they were shocked by what they saw in the news. Diana Sivan, a 9-year-old schoolgirl, was found dead in a pit not far from her home. The girl's body showed severe injuries that could have been caused by animal bites. Preliminary examination results did not reveal any signs of violent death. We didn't know what to think. Had the girl fallen victim to wild animals? In our time, how could this be? Katerina Malichenko, the project's detective, immediately decided to contact the local police station.
The body looked like it had been gnawed by animals. The local hunters suggest it was most likely done by a fox.
According to the investigators, the girl supposedly fell into the pit, hit her head, and fainted. And while she was unconscious, wild foxes gnawed on her body. We decided to urgently contact Kayal Alekperov.
We've sent you the girl's photo. Did you see her in your vision?
Yes, that's her.
She's believed to be a victim of wild animals.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's why you saw a fox with her.
Hold on, but who is Veronica?
We don't know.
Could you please find her parents or other relatives?
By the end of the day, we managed to find the phone number of the girl's mother, Alexandra Sivan.
Hello, we are from Psychic Investigations. We've heard that you recently lost your daughter.
My dear little princess. It hurts a lot.
Please accept our condolences. You see, one of our experts had a vision of Diana, and she mentioned someone named Veronica. Could you please tell us who that is?
Veronica is Diana's sister. She's a few years older.
According to the woman, right after her sister's death, Veronica felt someone's presence in the house.
I was in the kitchen and felt suddenly cold, and then the spoon fell.
And the next moment, the girl just froze. The ghost of dead Diana was standing right in front of her.
I didn't believe it first. Tears started pouring down, and she came up to me and said, "Veronica, forgive me, please."
The girl's mother said she barely calmed Veronica down, but just 2 hours later, a huge mirror fell on her daughter's head.
The huge mirror broke.
God, do you mean it fell straight on her head?
Yes. We did everything to save her.
The girl is all right now. However, Veronica is afraid that Diana might take her to the other world. They were very close in life. The girl begged our journalists to have the psychics come and help her.
I'm currently unable to arrive. But I know that Jana Shulikova and Yana Pasinkova could help. And in the meantime, I'll work with Veronica's photo.
Jana and Yana canceled their plans urgently and arrived at the girl's family home the same day.
We are so sorry.
It's hard to even imagine what this poor woman has gone through. Grief-stricken, she aged several years in just 2 days, and now the mother fears she might lose her another daughter.
Hello, come over here. Are you afraid your sister will take you?
Yes.
Be brave, baby, all right? When I hugged Veronica, I felt some kind of fear emanating from her. It seemed like she was hiding a secret, and she was terrified that someone would find out about it.
Let's go inside so we can work with Veronica.
At that moment, Jana Shulikova received a call from Kayal Alekperov.
I've been working with Deanna's photo. She wasn't killed by a fox. A human took her life.
Back then, we couldn't even imagine that 2 months after the psychic's investigation, the forensic experts would confirm Kayal Alekperov's words.
11 stab wounds were found on the remnants of the soft tissues of the cervical spine in the front.
We urgently called our detective, Katerina Malichenko. All the locals unanimously assured us that they did not believe that the girl could have fallen prey to wild animals.
Foxes have never killed anyone.
Later, the police would reclassify the case as a murder and explain the presence of wild animal bites on the schoolgirl's body.
They couldn't tear her body while she was alive. As a rule, a beast is attracted by the smell of spilled blood.
To understand what happened on the day of the girl's death, Katerina Malichenko decided to talk to her family and the locals. It turned out that Diana was at home all morning that day. According to her mother, at around noon, she went to the playground in the center of the village.
She never went far away from home, and she would return as soon as it got dark.
But when Diana didn't return after it grew dark, her mother became worried. The woman went to look for her daughter, but she was neither in the street nor at the playground. It turned out that around 6 in the evening, a saleswoman from the local grocery store saw the girl. She said that Diana ran into the store looking scared and couldn't say a word.
She ran in, looked around, then spun around and immediately went out the door.
She thought such behavior was strange, and the grief-stricken mother said that whenever her daughter went somewhere, she always informed her. Moreover, no one in the family asked the girl to go to the store that day. The mother returned home, but her daughter wasn't there. The woman had a real hysteria.
I screamed, "Diana, Diana," until I was hoarse and couldn't say a word anymore.
Diana's elder sister, Veronica, joined the search.
We walked down the street and went around the farm, but found no trace of her.
I searched all the streets, the abandoned houses, the stables, everywhere.
3 hours of searching yielded no results. The girl was nowhere to be found. None of the locals had seen or heard her. The desperate woman decided to ask the police for help.
At 9:20 p.m., a report of a missing girl came in, and we initiated the search, involving soldiers from the local military base and emergency services.
The local investigators say it was the first time ever they couldn't find a child for so long.
They used a dog in the search. The trail was near the store. Then the dog walked around the house, following the trail, and then it disappeared.
At that time, neither we nor the police officers understood why the girl's trail disappeared. Pay attention to this fact, as it will be very important at the end of the investigation and will help find the killer.
The distance from the store to the house where Diana lived is only 300 meters. Where could she have disappeared within such a short distance? It's still a mystery to me.
The search for the schoolgirl lasted for 16 hours, and only the following day, at noon, did one of the law enforcement officers accidentally see her. Little Diana was lying not far from home, dead.
Our officer found the pit where the girl's body was.
I couldn't think straight anymore. When they said she was dead, I couldn't feel the ground under my feet.
It's also strange that no one heard the girl's cries for help, and the pit where she was found was shallow.
Even an elderly person could crawl out of that pit on all fours, and a 9-year-old child could easily jump out of it.
There are not more than 100 houses and only 300 residents in the village. There's no highway nearby, so there are practically no outsiders. Could it be that someone among the locals took Diana's life? But who would need to kill a 9-year-old girl so brutally?
We feel very sorry for that child. We are all parents too. We have our own children, and we worry about them a lot.
Maybe the girl's spirit is coming to her sister to warn that Veronica will be the killer's next victim. And then I froze. My grandmother's spirit emerged in front of me. She was hugging Diana and she said, "Don't touch her, she saw something she shouldn't have seen."
So, could the girl have been killed because she became an unwanted witness?
Diana was last seen alive near the store. We didn't understand what scared her or why she went there at all. We needed to check that place.
I sensed that Diana's murderer was drunk. They didn't understand what they were doing. My djinns say that it all happened because of some secret sexual relationship.
What is that supposed to mean? Could the girl have become a victim of a pervert? The clairvoyants approach the store. The saleswoman comes out to them.
Did you see the girl that evening?
Yes.
And you felt she was scared?
Yes, I thought so.
It seems she was trying to hide here.
Like someone was following her. You see?
It's unbelievable. Was someone chasing Diana? But who? Katerina Malichenko joins the psychics.
I sense a large, noisy company. It was at the same time the girl was here.
A young man was celebrating his birthday, Ihor Yarmouk.
And I feel him go out to find the girl.
Yes, he did it.
Did you see him after he went out to find Diana?
I didn't go out.
I need to know that man's alibi. I'll go to see him.
After a while, our expert managed to find the man.
Do you know anything about the murder of this child?
No, I don't.
Were you at the store?
Yes, from about 5:30.
Did the police summon you?
They searched my house.
According to the locals, Ihor was near the store until 9 in the evening and didn't go anywhere.
Then, who is the beast who took the life of the 9-year-old child?
The murderer can walk around your village with their eyes closed. He's local.
But why would he kill the child?
To make her silent, so she wouldn't say too much.
We decided to perform a ritual at the girl's grave to ask her who killed her. But going to the cemetery after midnight is very dangerous, so we thought it would be better to go on the investigations the next day.
The following day, the clairvoyants meet Diana's parents near the cemetery. A crowd of the locals is already there.
Hold the cards. Your daughter's murderer. Is someone close to your family?
This is horrific. So, the girl's killer is someone familiar to her family or close to them.
I need to see her grave. Let the girl say who murdered her.
Let's go.
Stop. I don't need to summon Diana's spirit. She's here. This is for you. Will you tell me who hurt you? Don't cry. She's addressing you, saying you will soon find out everything.
I had a dream in which I saw her near our house, and she told me, "You will soon find out everything."
Jana, ask her who murdered her.
She won't speak. The girl was turning her face away from me and crying bitterly. She's asking to bring her a book. She will read it to little Bogdan. Who is that?
My son.
He was the first child, but he died.
It's so horrible. The girl's mother has lost 2 children. The terrible tragedy happened 25 years ago. The woman gave birth to her first child, a boy named Bodan. But when the baby was 4 months old, he died of brain inflammation. The woman barely recovered after her son's death. At that time, she couldn't even imagine the horror she would have to go through again. Later, Alexandra got married. Her husband's name was Ivan. In their marriage, she gave birth to 3 children, a son named Yaroslav and twins, Veronika and Ole. When she was pregnant with the twins, Ivan suffered a severe injury at work and soon died in the hospital from a stomach hemorrhage.
I was alone for a long time.
A few years later, a friend introduced Alexandra to Volodymyr. He always dreamed of a big family, so when he found out she already had children, he proposed to her. Later, they had their only child together, little Diana. The girl's murder shocked both parents deeply.
I can't live without her. I simply can't.
The girl was a gift from God. She was your sunshine. I want to sing. I want to dance.
Yes, she would always sing.
Wait. She says, "Why didn't you say goodbye to me?"
On the day of her funeral, I had a heart attack and had to call an ambulance.
The man was taken to the hospital. He still hates himself for not being able to say goodbye to his daughter.
She's ready to talk about her life, but she's not ready to tell who killed her. At that time, I couldn't even imagine what feelings the girl actually had towards her killer.
We needed to tune in to the events of the evening she disappeared. Where did you see her alive last?
At home.
We need to work in your house.
My dear baby, I loved you so much. And I still do. I can't live without you.
What a strange scent. Do you work with animals?
At a circus.
Diana's father has a rather rare job. He works as a stage inspector for a circus in Bashkiria. He's rarely home and sends all his earnings to his family. Volodymyr says his goal is to support his children because his own parents never needed him.
You treat animals better than your own parents treated you.
Yes, my father used to beat me.
I feel you thinking it's not worth living in such a family.
I have a completely different life now. I have a family and children. I divide my life into two parts, when I existed and when I started living a full life.
Meanwhile, Kayal Alekperov shocks everyone with what he has sensed.
I asked Deanna's spirit, "What happened to you?" And she showed me someone push her. She hit her head on a stone or a stove.
This is insane. So, someone hit the 9-year-old girl before her death. Only a few months after the investigation would we get the confirmation of the psychic's words.
A closed head injury caused by the impact of a blunt object with an undefined surface.
I feel on my chest what she felt on hers. She was being strangled either with hands or a rope. I'm not sure.
It's hard to believe, but as the forensic experts will indicate later, both psychics are absolutely right.
Point hemorrhages on the eye membranes, heart, and lungs indicate that before the death, the victim experienced asphyxia, closure of her mouth, or compression of the neck.
She's not dead yet. And is being carried somewhere. And then her murderer fakes the evidence.
The murderer inflicted knife wounds on Diana to hide the marks from his hands on her neck.
The fatal knife wounds were just a disguise.
The murderer thought the girl was already dead, but she was only unconscious.
After causing the closed head injury with the blunt object combined with asphyxia, loss of consciousness was highly probable.
At that time, no one could have imagined that the psychics sensed everything the girl experienced before her death, almost in detail.
I see her near the house during the day. She's playing here, wearing a dark jacket and white leggings or pants.
Yes, she wore pink pants.
She's playing and she's not going to go anywhere. She's near the house.
So, maybe the girl didn't go to the playground, as she told her mother, but played near the house. Moreover, the locals claim that they didn't see Diana on the street that day either. The last time the girl was seen was in the store, and then in the pit, when she was already dead. But why did she go to the store if she wasn't planning to buy anything? And what scared her so much?
I see Diana now. She's standing inside the house. A noise. Then something either falls or breaks. I just hear a bang. She flinches. She's afraid to be in this house.
Is she afraid of her own home? Wait. 2 girls in this house experience fear. One of them is Veronica, and she's afraid of a man.
Could you send the girl somewhere? Please go inside.
What man is the clairvoyant talking about, and why is Veronica afraid of him? And how is this related to Diana's death?
Do you harass the girl?
What? Veronica?
A shocking revelation. Could the father have been harassing his own daughter? And is this what Jana Shulikova's grandmother's spirit was talking about?
She saw something she shouldn't have seen.
At the same time, our detective is meeting with Diana's older brother, Yaroslav.
Veronica accused our father of raping her. The police came and took him to the station.
Hello, Katerina? Katerina said that the girl filed a report in which she accused her father.
Wait, the girl was afraid of her own home and a man. So, is this true? Volodymyr, why are you silent?
The shocking investigation continues. Why is the ghost of the murdered girl trying to take her sister to the other world? Don't miss out. The psychics will reveal a terrifying family secret. On September 23, 2017, 9-year-old Diana Sivan from a small Ukrainian village went to the playground in the center of the village and never returned home. Her search lasted for 16 hours, and only the next morning was the schoolgirl found in a pit 200 meters away from her home, dead.
I couldn't feel the ground under my feet.
At the beginning of the investigation, the police decided that the girl had fallen prey to wild animals.
The body of the found girl showed severe injuries that could have been caused by animal bites.
But the psychics claim the girl was murdered.
It all happened because of some secret sexual relationship.
After her death, Diana's spirit came to the Azerbaijani psychic and asked him for help.
Her spirit told me to save Veronica.
Incredibly, according to the victim's sister, Veronica, Diana's father, who is her stepfather, allegedly harassed her.
Veronica, the elder daughter, filed a report with the police, claiming her stepfather raped her.
Maybe the girl's spirit asked Kayal to save Veronica from her stepfather? Do you have anything to do with your own daughter's death? Hold the cards. You weren't there, you were at work.
It's documented.
Our detective checked the alibi of Diana's father. The man indeed works as a stage inspector for a foreign circus, and on the day of his daughter's disappearance, he was not in the country. When the family informed Volodymyr that his daughter was missing, he was on tour, and he took the first flight to Ukraine.
The father was not involved in Diana's murder. But what was the story with the harassment of Veronica? Why did she accuse Volodymyr of rape?
She had a boyfriend, and I forbade her to date him.
It turned out that Volodymyr forbade his stepdaughter from dating a guy who was 7 years older than her. So, the girl's boyfriend persuaded Veronica to accuse her stepfather of rape.
I told Dad I was in love with Maxime, but he started yelling, claiming he was older and all, so I scared him, saying if he didn't allow it, I would go to the police and tell them he raped me.
But after a medical examination and a conversation between the stepdaughter and a psychologist, all charges against Volodymyr were dropped.
I admitted I made it all up. Then I hugged Dad and said I was sorry. He said, "Okay, you're my daughter after all."
Volodymyr says he doesn't hold a grudge against his stepdaughter and tries to give her as much parental love and support as possible. After all, Veronica is now his only daughter.
She's 14. She needs to study. We talked about it, and she supports my opinion now.
Then who dealt with his little daughter so cruelly? And from whom is Diana asking to save her older sister?
Now my jinns are saying a strange phrase. The father's heart will show the way to the truth.
It's unbelievable, but Volodymyr suddenly feels unwell.
Careful, guys. Take him inside.
Call an ambulance.
Volodymyr suddenly had a heart attack. We took him inside, and I thought that Kayal's clue could have possibly meant that the answer was in the house.
Everyone is scared. The doctors have been in the house for half an hour, but they haven't said anything yet. Then Diana's mother comes out to the psychics.
They gave him an injection.
Is he all right now?
Yes, but he needs to rest for at least half an hour.
While Volodymyr was recovering, we decided not to enter the house. Instead, we looked at the cards to see who could have attacked Diana in her own home.
The jinns are telling me another strange phrase. The one who guarded the girl's grave pointed to the place where the killer attacked her.
Who guards your daughter's grave?
The cat comes to visit her grave.
Last year, Diana and her family were returning home from a neighboring village, and she saw a small kitten by the road and asked her mother to take it home.
She fed the kitten and gave him water, and then she put him to bed, covered him with a blanket, and slept with him.
It's hard to believe, but after the girl was buried, the cat named Musik has not left her grave.
He's not just guarding the cemetery. He didn't let anyone approach her body.
Yes, it's true.
It turned out that when Diana's body was brought into the house before the funeral, the cat did not leave it. And I realized that the killer was also there at that moment. That's why the cat guarded his owner so carefully.
But who is the girl's killer? Could it be one of the neighbors who are now standing in the yard? Or even someone of the girl's close relatives?
Where's the cat now?
I don't know.
It turned out that Diana's pet was last taken home from the cemetery 2 days ago. According to the family, no one has seen the cat since then.
We didn't even notice that the cat came in with us. He was trying to show us the exact place where Diana was attacked, but we didn't notice.
Does it mean that the murderer visited Diana's funeral and calmly stood by her coffin after what they did to her?
I want to go to work right to the place where Diana's body was found.
At this moment, the Azerbaijani psychic amazed us with his new finding.
I see Diana. She's sitting on a swing. It's dark outside. She's completely alone. She feels unwanted. And this happens in her life all the time.
At night, she was left all alone.
And it didn't happen once.
It's not true.
It turned out that the locals indeed saw Diana alone at night in the middle of the village quite often.
She would come to the playground and swing. It was 1 a.m, and she was swinging alone. It was a dark night, but no one was looking for Diana.
If she could walk alone until midnight, why did the mother behave so strangely when her daughter didn't come home by 7 p.m? It seems like it wasn't a search, but an imitation.
Strangely, the clairvoyant's words are confirmed by some of the locals. People say that the mother's search indeed looked more like a performance.
I was driving at about 8 o'clock, and the mother was searching for her, and in an hour and a half or two, she filed the report to the police. Although earlier, no one cared about that child.
She was giving a real performance, walking around the village and shouting.
You know, she's an actress. She's not very sincere. She does things more for show.
She never looked for her child. But then, around 10 or 15 minutes to 7, she ran to the store and started looking for Diana.
How could she know that Diana was missing if she was here at 6 and her mother came here at 7 and started shouting? I said, maybe she went to see a neighbor or a friend, but she said, no, she's missing. I'm calling the police.
Is it possible that the mother already knew that something terrible had happened to the girl?
I see your daughter, and next to her is another girl about the same age.
Ivanka.
Ivanka is Diana's best friend.
Did you call or ask Ivanka after Diana went missing? Did you contact her?
Yes.
It's weird, but when our expert met with Diana's friend and her mother, it turned out that they heard about Alexandra's call for the first time.
She didn't call anyone.
Nobody contacted us.
Why didn't the woman look for her daughter at her best friend's house? Why did she start calling the police without even starting to search for Diana? It was very strange.
I understood that the mother was blatantly lying to us, but I couldn't understand why she was doing it.
But then the clairvoyance began to reveal such details of Diana's life that shocked everyone present.
A hand is raised against the girl. The hand belongs to a woman. It's your hand.
I never beat her.
You beat her, and it's not the first time.
On Friday, the day before she disappeared, I was doing math homework with her, and her book was torn. She said her mom had hit her on the head with it.
Alexandra, tell us the truth.
I hit her on her head with her daybook, and I whipped her with a belt. And once I broke a plastic scoop on her.
What a mother.
So, Diana's mother beat her quite often. Could she be involved in her daughter's death?
Alexandra, why don't I see you at your daughter's funeral?
I wasn't allowed there.
Where were you?
At the hospital.
It turned out that on the eve of Diana's funeral, the woman was summoned to the police station to give testimony. She said she was very worried and asked for a sedative. And then, for some reason, she took almost all the pills. Seeing this, the police had to stop the interrogation and urgently send her to the hospital.
The strange thing was that Diana's funeral took place a few days after Alexandra was hospitalized. At that moment, nothing threatened the mother's life.
What kind of mother doesn't come to her child's funeral? The police officers told her themselves they'd take her there and then bring her back to the hospital, but she refused to go. How is that even possible?
What does the behavior of the mother who refused come to her daughter's funeral mean?
My jinns are telling me that the girl witnessed some secret sexual relationship. This is related to her family.
The girl saw something she shouldn't have seen. A forbidden love affair.
Yes, I cheated on my husband while he was abroad, but she didn't see it. Yes, I'm telling it as it is, and my husband knows it.
When did it happen?
In the summer.
Last summer?
Yes.
I don't feel well.
Volodymyr told us that when he returned home from another trip, his daughters shocked him with the news. The girls said that their mother had a lover. Later, the locals confirmed this to him.
She was promiscuous. When her husband left, she accepted lots of men. The girl must have seen something.
After learning from his wife that it was true, the enraged husband wanted to leave her, but Diana persuaded her father to stay.
She said, "Dad, give her a chance." And before going to work, I told her she had 2 months to make things right.
Diana and Veronika promised their father that they would watch their mother to make sure she didn't do anything stupid again.
Veronika and Diana assured me that if anything happened, they'd tell me everything immediately.
Veronika says that after promising their father, Diana indeed never left her mother's side.
She never went anywhere without Mom. She even slept with her.
No matter what the girl's mother says, I sense that Diana witnessed a secret sexual relationship a few hours before her death. And this is directly related to her murder.
It turned out that some villagers also believed that the girl might have died because she'd seen her mother with a lover.
Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe they simply hit her. She saw something and called her dad. And she always told her dad everything.
But we never had relations in front of the child.
Do you understand that your man could be involved in your child's murder?
God.
The investigators checked all the residents of the village. However, according to the locals, the man who was allegedly the lover of Diana's mother lives in a neighboring village. Moreover, the police didn't summon the man for an interrogation or didn't check his alibi.
Do the investigators not consider the version that the mother's lover might be involved in the schoolgirl's death? If so, is the murderer free now? Is this why Diana is asking to save her sister from the other world?
I want to summon Diana's spirit and find out who killed her. Diana, come to us. Diana, come to us.
There's a dog running.
What is the dog doing in the field? Do you know whose dog it is? It was the girl's spirit. She came to give us a clue. The dog ran to the man standing near Diana's relatives. Was Diana your blood relative?
Yes, she was. She was my niece, my brother's daughter. This is Serhiy, and he's Diana's uncle. He doesn't have a family of his own, so he currently lives in the same house with Volodymyr and his family. And he helped the girl's mother to search for her.
How can this be? You murdered someone. And it was your family.
I was accused of my mother's murder.
Dear God.
Why did you kill your mother?
I didn't do it.
He was intoxicated.
I simply left home and didn't call an ambulance, but they accused me of the murder. According to the police, Serhiy allegedly inflicted fatal blows on his mother with a stick, and then calmly waited for the police at the crime scene.
He served 7 years in prison for the murder and was released from prison in January 2017.
Serhiy killed his mother and served time in prison for it. And after his release, Volodymyr invited him to live with his family. I couldn't wrap my head around it.
She died because of you. How did it happen?
I don't know. I don't remember that day.
It's like a memory lapse, and I sense you've suffered from it since you were a child.
It turned out that Serhiy has suffered from memory lapses since he was little. They started when a neighbor's dog attacked him.
A dog attacked him as a child. He became a patient at a psychiatric hospital. He underwent extensive treatment and spent a lot of time in sanatoriums. He had neurosis, if I'm not mistaken. He has nervous tics and some quirks.
But if the man doesn't remember killing his own mother, it means he could attack anyone and just forget about it. So, could the uncle be somehow involved in Diana's murder? Moreover, the locals thought his behavior during the search for the child was strange.
It was evident that he was anxious. Even she wasn't as worried as he was. And Serhiy was rubbing his hands, mumbling, "Poor child. This is a very big loss."
But why did the man say about the loss of the child, if at that moment the search had just begun? What will the psychic say?
Tell me, who killed you? She shakes her head. No. She says, I don't want you to say who killed me. It doesn't matter. The main thing is to save Veronika. The girl is afraid that something terrible will happen to her elder sister, too.
I'm shocked by what is happening in this family. Instead of raising their children, the mother finds lovers, and the father is constantly away for work. The uncle, who served time for killing his mother, but doesn't remember it, lives in their house. And Veronika's boyfriend pushes her to do terrible things. Veronika, like Diana, is currently unwanted by anyone. If the girl's parents don't come to their senses and start taking care of her, they might lose another daughter. That's why Diana's spirit asked us to save her sister.
If the police want to know who killed Diana, they need to come to see this family.
The girl wasn't killed intentionally. She got caught in the heat of the moment. She was pushed, and she fell.
The girl hit her head on a fireplace or a stove.
She's inside the house. A noise, then something falls or breaks. She flinches. Someone says, holding her by the neck, "It's your fault."
She can't scream. Someone's hands cover her mouth.
It happens in the house.
Strangely, at the beginning of the investigation, Diana's mother herself said that the dog's trail, which the police took, ended in the house.
Then the dog walked around the house, following the trail, and then it disappeared.
It's horrifying. Could it be that the girl was indeed killed in her own home, and then her body was thrown into a pit? But why?
They're trying to conceal it.
The murderer stabbed Diana to hide the marks of his hands on her neck.
She's being carried somewhere to fake the evidence.
I was struck by the fact that there was no blood at all in the pit where Diana's body was found. Let's assume some of it could have been absorbed into the ground. But there should have been blood traces on the grass and her clothes.
Was the girl brought to the ditch when she was already dead? Only someone of the locals could know about this pit.
There are 2 paths leading from the house where the girl lived. One leads to the main street of the village, and the other to the pit where her body was found. This means the murderer could have taken Deanna's body there, remaining unnoticed.
It all looked like some kind of performance intended to fool us. The killer tried to cover up the tracks and hide something. I wasn't going to stay there for another second.
I'd like to apologize to my daughter for...
Yes, you have something to ask your daughter for forgiveness for.
I don't wish to participate in this charade anymore. I don't want to deal with what is absolutely clear.
Both clairvoyants stop the investigation and leave. Diana's family stands in silence.
Well, excuse me, but they are beasts.
The psychics and I will pass all the information we have found on to the police, and we will do it as soon as possible.
An extremely creepy story that makes your hair stand on end. A vengeful spirit in black is trying to kill a young mother of 2 children. Don't miss out. What is the ghost avenging, and why will the living woman seek forgiveness from her? Natalia Nadilska from Ukraine sent our editorial team a video she filmed in her apartment. It allegedly shows a poltergeist that the woman claims has been haunting her.
I've never encountered anything like this before, and I'm terrified.
Natalia says she got a good look at the entity, and she's certain it's a woman's spirit that has taken up residence in her home.
Black eyes. Very long hair, and she wears a black robe. She's incredibly scary.
Initially, Natalia only saw the spirit. It first occurred almost 2 years ago when Natalia was alone in her apartment.
She stood right here, looking at me like this. I was so shocked that I froze, staring at her. She didn't disappear or move. She just kept staring at me. I quickly ran in to block the door with a stool and all the chairs. Then I was just sitting there, trembling.
Since then, the mysterious ghost has been appearing daily in Natalia's home, terrifying her.
I was standing here cooking when I heard someone breathing behind me. I turned around and saw a black shadow in the hallway.
According to Natalia, the unknown spirit appears in her home both day and night.
There were no drafts. Everything was closed. The door opened all the way here to the wall, and then closed. It felt like someone entered the room. I went to check, thinking maybe the kids did it, but they were asleep.
Natalia is 27 years old. She is an excellent mother to her 2 sons, a first grader Vlad and younger Andriy, who recently turned 5.
She's a great mother. She's extremely attentive to her children.
After an unsuccessful marriage, Natalia raised her sons on her own for some time, but recently, she met a man she fell in love with. Her fiancé is currently working abroad, and her fear for her children only grows, especially since both sons have also started seeing the unknown ghost.
My younger one ran to me screaming, "A scary woman! She's all dark!" He didn't speak for 3 days after that.
Natalia is currently taking Andriy to see a child psychotherapist, as the boy feels constant fear.
He's been asking me for almost a year now, "Mom, won't you die? I'm scared."
And then, the terrifying stranger in black started appearing to Natalia's elder son, both in his dreams and in reality.
In his dream, I was tied up with my hands behind my back, my mouth taped with duct tape, and I was in a closet.
I woke up and saw Mom sitting there, and then a woman came. She had very long hair, and Mom was crying. She was scary.
And the woman said, "Watch me kill her."
I woke up and went to the kitchen to drink some water. Then I went to the balcony, and there she was. The same woman. I don't know how she got there so fast.
Soon, other members of Natalia's family also witnessed the spirit's appearances.
The doors would open when there was no draft in the apartment, no one else around. It gets creepy.
I was holding little Vlad when the door slammed shut.
I couldn't believe it. And then a woman just walked past me, like she was going to the balcony. She was all black and her hair was black.
3 months ago, after Natalia found out she was pregnant, the ghost in black began a full-on attack.
She chokes me in my dreams. I can't even talk about it.
Things took a turn for the worse. As Natalia was leaving her apartment to pick up her sons from her mother's, she suddenly felt someone push her in the back. Pregnant, she rolled down more than 10 stairs.
I just fell down from there. I don't know how it happened. I went to the emergency ward as I couldn't stand on my leg, and they put a cast on it. I barely got back home.
Exhausted and scared, Natalia decided to lie down and rest. But as soon as she decided to close her eyes, she saw a massive wardrobe falling on her.
The wardrobe was here. I spread the bed and lay down. And it fell on the bed.
Natalia hardly jumped away at the last moment, but when she looked up, she saw the ghost of the black-haired stranger levitating above her old wardrobe.
I couldn't utter a word. She was so terrifying. She's haunting me. I don't know who she is. I don't know why she came to me.
The young mother lives a modest life, earning money by making embroidered icons and sewing costumes for the local theater. She says she lives an honest life, hasn't dabbled in magic, and all her attempts to get rid of the entity on her own have been futile. In tears, she begs the psychics to save her and her family from the deadly attack of the mysterious woman in black.
I really want them to come and help me.
Natalia's request was answered, and the psychics Kayal Alekparov and Olena Kurilova agreed to help.
Olena, I've been working with Natalia's photo, and my djinns told me something strange. They said when I see similar stars, it will mean we're on the wrong track. I can't make sense of it.
Last night I had a strange dream. You and I were in it. There were some high-rise buildings around and a tree was cut down. And there was a knife between us, covered in blood. Wait. Here it is. Here it is.
Is that the cut-down tree you mentioned?
Suddenly I noticed a gravestone nearby with bright pink flowers on it.
There's no name, surname, or date on the stone. Who was it put for, and what happened at this location?
I see a little girl's body. She's lying on the ground. She's about 8 years old. There's a woman next to her. Her mom. They were murdered.
Does this have anything to do with Natalia, who reached out to the psychics?
To sort it out, we needed to learn at least some information about the crime. Olena, there are locals standing over there. Let's ask them.
Do you live here? Hello. Do you happen to know if there has ever been a murder here?
Yes.
Did it involve a little girl?
Yes, a little girl and her mom, Irina. She lived in the first section of the building, and she and her daughter were coming back after a birthday party.
It turned out that the tragedy occurred in August 2009. In broad daylight, in this quiet neighborhood, a mother and daughter were stabbed. The girl died on the spot, and her mother passed away a few hours later in the hospital. The locals are still shocked by that.
It was so painful and shocking for everyone.
The man who did this appears to be insane.
He's mentally unstable and had been in a psychiatric hospital. But they managed to get him out, under his parents' supervision.
At some point, the young man sneaked out of home, and the local woman and her daughter were unlucky to pass by when it happened.
They were walking dressed in white, and he, with his head out of order, must have taken them for doctors.
But what does Natalia have to do with this?
Olena, my book is telling me some strange things. The child left on the doorstep is alive. And also, Natalia's child has 2 mothers.
Is it possible that one of her children is adopted?
I don't know what to make out of it yet.
We were in for a truly shocking discovery.
Thank you so much for coming.
Look, you are pregnant? Zan, before we start working, I'd like to give you this amulet. It will be your protection charm.
Natalia, I have a rather strange question. Are both your sons your biological children?
Yes, they are.
Do you mean you never adopted children?
No. If my life turns out well, I'd like to adopt a child. I want to have a daughter.
Natalia, this morning, my jinns told me about a child at a doorstep. You know, back in the day, people would leave their newborns at the doorsteps of wealthy families' homes. Did something like that ever happen to you?
A child at a doorstep? I don't know.
Did your parents live in this apartment before?
Yes.
Did you spend your childhood here?
Yes.
We need to scan your apartment. I hope you don't mind.
Please do.
Natalia enters, but Kayal Alekperov suddenly stops his colleague.
I just had a vision. A crashed car on the road. 3 bodies lie on the road. A dark-haired woman and 2 little boys. And a voice. Someone shouted, "Natalia!"
Natalia has 2 children, 2 boys. Could this be her future?
I don't know.
The concerned psychics make their way to Natalia's apartment.
The box where I keep my ritual items suddenly opened on its own. It's a sign. This is where you first saw the woman in black.
She stood here.
I see her entering your apartment. Let's go inside.
The psychics ask for silence and slowly walk through the entire apartment.
I thought maybe it had something to do with the apartment. Perhaps a child died here. No, there's no dead child here.
Then, why does the ghost in black has been haunting this place?
Who is this woman? Am I related to her? Do I even know her?
Let me try to summon her spirit to understand who she is. She's come. She's here.
What does she want?
She seems to be reaching out to you. I asked the spirit why she was haunting Natalia. And she said Natalia had to give her someone, or she would kill her.
Oh God!
This is terrifying. The mirror tilted by itself in the hallway.
This is impossible. This mirror is very heavy. It stood like this, and it just tilted itself.
Let's get out of here, quick.
What kind of spirit is this? The woman was murdered. She wasn't alone. Here's the card of a child.
But then I turned to the people gathered in front of the building and suddenly saw a woman's spirit next to them. She looked incredibly like the woman who was hunting Natalia. The spirit said, "Where are my children?" There's the spirit of a black-haired woman standing behind you.
Dark hair. Black eyes.
That's my daughter.
Was your daughter murdered?
She died in a car crash.
You also suffered. I see you driving a car. Next to you was this dark-haired woman, and in the back seat were 2 angels.
My wife and children. Only I survived. Why did God punish me like this?
This man's name is Volodymyr. His wife and 2 young sons were killed in a horrific car crash. The family was going to the village where the children's grandfather lived when a Jeep suddenly appeared in the oncoming lane. It was impossible to avoid a head-on collision.
I wasn't seriously injured. I only had a scratched nose, but my wife and children died.
I see the man who caused the crash. He's wealthy and successful.
Yes, an influential person, a politician.
It turns out that Volodymyr and his wife's mother were going about their business and happened to see the renowned psychics. Volodymyr says he can't sleep at night because he lost his entire family and his life's purpose due to the man who neglected all safety regulations and drove drunk.
The doctors took a blood test after the accident. His blood alcohol level was through the roof.
We're here to help this woman. Do you know her?
I've never seen you before.
This is Natalia. She's being haunted by the spirit of a dark-haired woman who looks very much like your wife. What was her name, by the way?
Natalia.
Even their names are the same. Hold on, wait. This is the car accident I saw in my vision earlier today before entering the building. I saw a crashed car on the road and someone shouted, "Natalia!" But are these two stories connected?
As soon as we started talking about the woman killed on the road, Natalia suddenly started having trouble breathing.
I couldn't breathe in, no matter what I did.
After a while, the poor woman fortunately started to feel better.
I'm sick. I can't breathe.
Breathe. Hold on to the amulet. The dark-haired woman haunted Natalia's apartment because of a child. And then the spirit of the woman who died in the accident also started talking about children. Wait, she says, "Mom, where are my children?"
She asked me this. I dreamed that she came and asked, "Where are my children? Why am I here alone without my children?"
If the woman and children died in the same accident, why doesn't she know her children are dead? Why is she looking for them in the world of the living? And what does Natalia have to do with this?
My book says the woman is looking for her sons because she doesn't know they are dead.
They died on the 10th. She was in a coma for a while and then passed away.
It turned out that after the collision, Natalia immediately came to, and without waiting for the ambulance, asked one of the drivers to take her and her husband and children to the hospital.
She entered the hospital on her own, but only then did she slip into a coma.
Volodymyr's wife was taken to the intensive care, and a few minutes later, he was informed that both his sons had died.
People in a coma are stuck between the worlds of the living and the dead. Apparently, the mother didn't know her children were dead, so she was looking for them. My book is telling me that your wife is here to tell us that she can't find her children. However, she has nothing to do with Natalia. We must help your wife cross over and reunite with her children.
I can sense her now. She's here? She says, "I love you.
I love her more than anything in the world."
You'll be with me, but don't hurry."
Later, Volodymyr confessed that after losing his family, he indeed thought about suicide more than once.
You are a strong man and you must live on. Leave all thoughts of an early death behind.
You need to let her go. Ask her to go.
Go and be with our kids.
I saw the woman's spirit smile and disappear slowly.
Go, my darling.
But before she left us all together, Natalia told me, "I will help you," she said. "Look for her who ruined the wedding." Who does she mean?
I had a friend, Mariana. She was my bridesmaid. She stuck 2 pins into my door. When I found them, I pulled them out with my bare hands and threw them in the trash.
Natalia says her ex-husband proposed to her just a few months after they started dating. She immediately agreed. She had a wonderful wedding, and soon after found something strange in her apartment.
I saw those pins here. Curved, like this.
Natalia claims there was nothing on the door while she was cleaning her home before the wedding, But after it, she found the horrifying discovery, and the pins were of an unusual shape. The bride was stunned by the find, as no one other than her mother and bridesmaid had been in the room where she was getting ready. Frightened, she immediately called her mother.
Natalia called me and said, "Mom, did you put the pins on the door?" I said, "Why would I put pins on the door?" She said, "There are pins on both sides of the door in the room."
Why did you think your bridesmaid Mariana did this?
I called her and said, I found something at home, but her answer was, are you implying that I put the pins in your door?
Stop. Did you tell her what exactly you'd found and where? Did she know it?
I simply told her I found something at home.
It's indeed strange how the bridesmaid could have known about the pins in the door. And does this have anything to do with the dark-haired woman's spirit?
After that discovery, your husband changed.
He started drinking heavily.
Was he aggressive?
Yes. One day, I simply packed his things and told him to go away.
Natalia says she couldn't understand what had happened to the man who had loved her so much, especially given that he had been trying to win her heart ever since they both were at school.
He was after me since we were 14. Eventually, we got together. We lived here. Everything was perfect. He was simply ideal.
However, the marriage didn't last long, and Natalia thinks the strange find was the reason.
I know that putting pins in a door is done to cause a scandal. If someone is capable of magic with pins, they might also be capable of summoning spirits.
Let's check your bridesmaid. I felt we were about to uncover a secret, but I never imagined it would be connected to a terrible double murder.
My cards show that there was some very intimate flirting.
I understand.
Who is the woman in black? And why did she start the deadly hunt?
Natalia, she says you took her daughter and kept her.
Don't miss out. The psychics will reveal the secret of a murdered girl.
I wanted to have a daughter. I never meant any harm to your child.
We'd never encountered anything like that in all our years in the project.
The ghost of a dark-haired woman haunts a young mom from western Ukraine.
Black eyes. Very long hair. And she wears a black robe. She's incredibly scary.
The ghost first appeared in Natalia Nedilska's home 2 years ago.
She stood right here, looking at me like this.
Then, the stranger's spirit started appearing both day and night.
There were no drafts. Everything was closed. The door opened all the way here to the wall and then closed. It felt like someone entered the room.
And just as Natalia found out she was pregnant with her third child, the spirit of the woman began a deadly attack. It choked the poor woman and dropped a wardrobe on her.
The wardrobe was here. It fell on the bed.
It even pushed her down the stairs.
I barely got back home.
The young mother is desperate.
I wept and screamed. I'm scared.
Our project's strongest experts, Kayal Alekperov and Olena Kurilova, took up the investigation.
My djinns told me when I see similar stars, it will mean we're on the wrong track.
Olena Kurilova described a dream where she saw herself and Kayal at the scene of a murder, and soon after, the psychics found that very place.
I see a little girl's body. She's lying on the ground. There's a woman next to her. Her mom. They were murdered.
What's frightening is that, according to the psychics, Natalia is somehow connected to this murder. Kayal Alekperov tried to find the connection and was stunned by what he sensed.
My book is telling me the child left at the doorstep is alive. And also, Natalia's child has 2 mothers.
Natalia assured the psychics that both her sons are her biological children. She never found any babies on her doorstep, and she doesn't understand who the dark-haired woman is.
What does she want from me?
Kayal Alekperov summoned the spirit from the afterlife.
Oh God.
I decided to hurry and get everyone outside.
But outside, the psychics received new information that changed the entire course of the investigation.
Look for her who ruined the wedding. Who does she mean?
I had a friend, Mariana. She was my bridesmaid. She stuck 2 pins into my door. When I found them, I pulled them out with my bare hands and threw them in the trash. I called her and said, "Mariana, I found something at home." But her answer was, "Are you implying that I put the pins in your door?"
Wait, did you tell her what exactly you'd found and where? Did she know it?
She didn't know.
Natalia is certain if Mariana knew where the needles were, it means she put them there herself.
I thought it was possible that the whole story with the bridesmaid was indeed connected to the woman in black.
In search of the reason for the appearance of the mysterious woman in black, the psychics and Natalia head to Mariana's.
Good evening. We'd like to talk to Mariana.
It turns out that this is Mariana's mother. The woman immediately goes inside to call her daughter.
Are you Mariana? My name is Olena Kurilova. This is Kayal Alekperov.
Mariana, you see, after the wedding, Natalia found some strange needles in her door. Do you know anything about it?
No.
But Mariana, I phoned you and told you I'd found something at my place. And you said, "Are you trying to say I stuck it in your door?" We did have that conversation, didn't we?
Mariana, how come you knew about the needles in the door?
Did you stick those needles in the door?
No, I would never do this.
However, the needles in the door were left by a woman's hand. And it was connected to Natalia's ex-husband, Ihor. All right, Mariana, look. Before Ihor and Natalia's wedding, did you have a relationship with him?
No.
But the cards say you did. Did you at least flirt with him?
Well, we joked with each other occasionally, and he could hug or kiss me.
It sounds too intimate to be just flirting.
Could Mariana, due to her affection for Natalia's ex-husband, have resorted to magic?
Please put your hand down. I want to check what I sense. For some reason, I kept seeing a pattern of certain stars. It's like a symbol that connects you both.
I have this tattoo.
And you, Natalia, also have it, right?
Yes.
According to what I sensed, Mariana was imitating Natalia. Did you want to be like her? To be as bright as her?
Maybe a little. It's life, you know.
When I see similar stars, it means we're on the wrong track. Mariana, it's not your fault that the ghost in black has been haunting Natalia. And according to my senses, you learned about the needles in the door from your mother, as she is friends with Natalia's mother.
But who then is responsible for the strange charm of the pins that Natalia found after the wedding?
It was done by a woman who wanted their marriage to break down. And it worked. I think you both should finally reconcile.
Please forgive me if you can.
I immediately felt better.
The psychics and Natalia come back to the van.
The dark woman from the afterlife is following you because of a child. Who are you?
My djinns say she's a mother who's seeking revenge on Natalia for her child.
It's my first fiancé's mother.
It turned out that when Natalia was 19, she became pregnant by a boy named Nazar, whom she had been dating for several years. The couple decided to get married, but on the eve of the wedding, Natalia canceled the ceremony.
I had very serious health problems. It was really bad. I gained a lot of weight and spent 9 months in the hospital.
And your fiancé?
He found a new girlfriend, and I hated him for that.
Natalia says she almost lost her son due to the stress she experienced, but thanks to the support of her friends and family, she overcame the pain.
We were supposed to get married, but we canceled the wedding, and I stopped communicating with him.
But I couldn't understand why Nazar's mother would seek revenge on Natalia. Then the djinns told me, it's all about a hit job.
Suddenly, Natalia started telling a story about her first fiancé, Nazar, and it shocked everyone.
He approached my friend and said, "There's a girl named Natalia who lives not far from yours. I want you to hit her, so she has a miscarriage."
It's not a man, but a demon.
Witnesses to this conversation were a group of local men who have known Natalia since she was little.
They beat him up because of me and said, if you so much as touch her or come within 500 meters of her, the baby will cripple you. And he reported them to the police.
In the report, the man claimed that Natalia had ordered his murder and her friends were the intended perpetrators.
I was in the hospital at the time. A policeman called me and told me to come to the station. I said, I can't, I'm at the hospital, but he insisted I should come.
So Natalia still went to the station, but after talking to the police officers, no charges were brought against her, and the case was closed due to a lack of evidence.
But I felt that after the incident, a woman decided to get rid of Natalia once and for all. I see her, but I can't make out her face. She's standing with her back to me. She has a handkerchief in her hands, and she's scattering earth by the door of the apartment where you live.
I found the earth by my door twice.
I sensed the earth was from a cemetery.
Could it be that the earth from the cemetery has bound the murderous spirit to Natalia?
From what I sensed, the woman who scattered earth by the door of Natalia's apartment was connected to the man Natalia planned to marry.
It turned out that the girl Nazar met soon became his wife. And every time she saw Natalia, she would happily show off her wedding ring to her.
She would say, oh, look, I have the ring. I said, so what? Godspeed you. And when I was already far away with Vlad, she wished me to die. And then, when I already knew about the earth, I went to her and said, Katya, did you put the earth under my door? But she answered it wasn't her, but her mother-in-law.
This is how she gave the other woman away.
A shocking revelation. Could Nazar's mother be behind everything that is happening to Natalia?
We simply had no other option but to check the woman.
Half an hour later, the psychics are at the place where the mother of Natalia's ex-fiancé lives.
Who's there?
Natalia.
I'm Elena Kurilova, a psychic. This is Kayal Alekperov.
I know.
What's your name?
Elena.
We saw that someone brought cemetery earth to Natalia's doorstep. And it turned out it was supposedly you.
No.
I went to see your Katya, and I asked her, did you put the earth under my door? And she said, no, my mother-in-law did it.
Your daughter-in-law gave you away. The woman was clearly at a loss for words. Have you ever used the service of witches or fortune tellers?
I have once, but I did it for myself.
What I sensed clearly indicated that the cemetery earth was the work of a fortune teller. Someone who was paid to put a curse on someone to death.
I swear, I don't even know where you live.
That's easily checked. Draw a card. Just one. You clearly disliked her.
I did.
But I couldn't understand the reason for such animosity towards Natalia. Did you think the baby wasn't from your son?
Yes.
It turned out that after the birth of Natalia's eldest son, his grandmother had never come to see him.
The child is from your son. You can have a DNA test if you like.
I don't need it.
You seem to be afraid that they will ask you for money for the child.
I can't say it. I don't know.
Look, I don't need anything from you.
Give me your hand, please. I feel you didn't do the curse on Natalia.
I swear. I didn't go anywhere or put anything under her door.
It was done by a woman you know well. She's younger than you and is somehow connected to your son. It might be your daughter-in-law or a girl he had a relationship with on the side.
I don't know.
Tell me, please, where's your son now?
I don't see him.
I sensed that the mother and son didn't communicate because of his alcohol problems. But I didn't want to interfere with that as we came to help Natalia's family. We need to go back to Natalia's apartment and work on the spot where the earth was scattered.
A few minutes later, the psychics are climbing the stairs to Natalia's apartment.
Indeed, there was cemetery earth at this spot which bound a spirit to you. However, it wasn't taken from the grave of the woman you see, but from that of a child, a girl. She's fair-haired, around 7 or 8 years old. Have you, Natalia, seen her?
I had dreams of a girl. She has long hair, and she's blonde.
Do you know her?
No.
However, I had a strong feeling that there was still some connection between them. Perhaps even a blood connection.
This is astonishing. But who is that girl, and what happened to her?
I see her clutching her throat.
Yes, I asked her, "What's your name?" But she didn't answer and showed me this.
I feel that it's because her throat has been slashed with a knife. This little girl was brutally murdered.
But why do I see the woman in black?
Let us work in your home once more. At that moment, I had a vision of the woman in black when she was alive. She was walking down a sunny street, smiling and holding the girl's hand. It was the same spirit whose energy I felt at the apartment's door. The girl was talking to the woman and calling her Mom. The girl, the earth from whose grave was used against you, is the daughter of the black-haired woman. The woman's spirit is haunting you because of her daughter.
They were both murdered at the same time, next to you, around here. Who did it? Say it. A man with a knife. He's insane.
Remember, we were at the scene of a mother and daughter's murder this morning.
I see a little girl's body. She's lying on the ground. Her mother is next to her.
The spirits haunting Natalia are of the other woman and her daughter, but they too were brutally murdered many years ago, not far from the place where we were. Suddenly, I had a vision of the black-haired woman. A room, a New Year's tree. They were setting the table together. Then a man burst into the house. He had a knife and he killed both the mother and the daughter. The spirits of the mother and daughter rested on the other side until someone decided to hire a fortune teller to curse you. They went to the girl's grave.
Someone went there, took some earth, performed a ritual, and brought it to you to kill you and your children.
The only thing that surprises me is that the fortune teller chose the grave randomly. But working with you, I feel that you and the girl are connected by something more significant than this curse. It felt like they were related.
But I couldn't understand why then. Neither I nor Kayal never sensed the presence of that girl. Why did we only see the enraged spirit of her mother, but not her?
I don't know how to explain it, but I have a feeling that this girl is still alive.
The girl's spirit is here.
Could it be inside me?
Yes.
Gosh, it's sickening.
This is unbelievable. Is this really true?
The spirit of the murdered girl has reincarnated into Natalia's child she was carrying. However, there was a feeling that she herself had offered the dead girl to do this. All because of your words. It appears you yourself told her you'd be a new mom for her.
She appeared in my dreams. I stood and said, "Let's be mother and daughter. I want to have a daughter so much. Be my daughter."
Because of the curse, the girl's spirit was supposed to kill Natalia. However, the child didn't want to do it and appeared in her dreams every night to explain everything. Your words gave her a chance to be saved,
This is the first time we've encountered something like this in the entire history of the project.
The girl appeared in your dreams only until you offered to become your daughter. And then...
She ceased coming.
Exactly. You truly can become her mother. At that moment, I understood what my book had been telling me since the beginning of the investigation. The child left on the doorstep is alive. Natalia's child has 2 mothers. The spirit of the murdered mother keeps coming because she feels her daughter's energy in this home, but she doesn't see her. She thinks you stole her. That's why she's been attacking you.
Of course, every mother, whether alive or in the afterlife, will do everything to get her child back. But we had to save Natalia from the attacks and constant presence of the ghost. You can only negotiate with her.
I know what I need to tell her.
Khayal Alekperov begins the ritual of opening a portal, while Olena Kurilova summons the spirit of the woman.
Please forgive those who did you wrong. I didn't want anything bad to happen to your child. I wanted to have a daughter so much. She appeared to me in my dreams. I didn't know who she was. I didn't mean to take her from you. I promise she will be with me. I will love her. I will love her and protect her. Forgive me if I did anything wrong to you. Please, let her be with me. Don't take her away.
After these words, the woman's spirit wept. She understood she couldn't take her daughter back. But she felt that her child would be in safe hands and with a loving mother.
Natalia, the spirit believes you. This woman will no longer bother you. And she also promised that you and all your children will be under her protection.
I'm so grateful for your help.
A few months after the investigation, we decided to contact Natalia to find out how her life had changed.
Thank God everything is fine now. We don't see anything strange anymore. I'm happy Khayal and Olena came to help me. They really helped me a lot.
And the most amazing thing is that the last ultrasound showed that Natalia is indeed pregnant with a girl.
I'll finally have a daughter. I've already bought a stroller. Her name will be Amelia.